What's going on, everybody? This is splitintwo coming to you guys with another update showcase. That's right, we're here. The new patch is upon us, and man, we got some really cool things to show. Mainly, this patch is all about pretty much the workbenches. There's also some other things in there too that we'll be going over step by step. And like these big objects, these are quest items that you can make, as well as other things you can just place around your world for decoration. But first thing we have here is a placeable bank, which we can go in here and we can, well, take care of all of our loan needs and things like that. Some players like to have physical objects in the world. Really nice little addition. It's kind of cool, something we can place around. Here's the general store as well. Same thing. You can always just press E. You don't need to place this in the world, but you can also buy from it. Some people like I said, we can use these as like set decorations and things like that. It's really cool that they added it. But they have all the stuff like that. See, here's the quest buildings, general store, watchtower, you know, things like that, right? Then you have the workbenches in here. But you can always use the P on the keyboard, and that will get you to your store menu. So that's nice. And here we have the placeable cell pad. Oof, this one's been wanted for a little while since we had the new coal map introduced to the game. But now we can place this around whatever map you guys would like to play on. And it works pretty much exactly the same as the coal plant from what I was told. Okay, now we have hand tools. As you can see, I have a pickaxe in my hand. And now another really cool thing is when we dig, you can see that the coal shows right up in my inventory or my hotbar down there. And that's another really cool thing, because then we're able to place that wherever we would like with our hand. Yes, take that as you will. Many things that can be done with that. So you can collect any node you'd want by hand. You can even sell it. You can mine with it. There's some other things that are pretty cool you can do with it as well, but I'll let you guys to figure that one out. But this is how the pickaxe works. You just go around, you can smack the dirt. Same thing as the old terrain deform. But now we have a nice little pickaxe animation. As well as now we can chop down trees. Oh yeah, this is still pretty basic. It's just one chop. Tree falls into oblivion. One click Thanos snap on this tree. Yeah, make sure you get close enough to it where it says that icon right there. And the tree will go down. You'll also notice you'll be getting logs into your inventory. I would just to guess this is a very basic version of the logging, just as a collection feature. I'm assuming that later on the trees will probably fall over and things like that, right? So, but this is how we collect logs right now, guys. For all your projects where you might need lumber, if you want to collect it yourself, you can also buy these things from the general store. All these goods, you don't have to farm them if you don't want. But this is a nice little way to kind of run around and collect other resources. And then you can also use the shovel to flatten ground. I know this one might irritate a lot of people. You guys may have liked the old smooth tools and stuff like that. To smooth out your walls and things like that, right? But this is, a lot of people have been asking for hand tools and more kind of like realism and stuff. So this is kind of an interesting one. The hand tools for me as well. I kind of feel like I'm kind of but like them because it kind of slows the progression of the game down a little bit. All right, now here is another one too that is very, people may like or dislike it. When you place blocks, you can also destroy them with the hammer. Now, however, there is a swing timer, right? This is drastically sped up, but that's how it works now when you want to delete some items. And it shows right back up in your inventory, so it's not bad. It used to be way slower. Christian did change it, so it's a lot faster now. Much better. Okay, now let's get into what most of you guys are here probably wanting to know. Now that we've collected some logs, you can go up to a workbench, the workbench for the wood, and you place it down. As then you have all your logs. You're gonna want to place that into the workbench inventory itself, right? So it's a good way to store your stuff, like all your logs and other materials, so you don't have them all just in your inventory cluttering things up. But then you can make all these different things. But first you need to make a plank, a beam pretty much, right? You need to break the prerequisites for all the different crafting materials. So we're going to drop this down here. We're going to make like 13 of them. It takes a couple seconds. See how it says the seconds down there? It's not too brutally bad. But it can take a little time, so when you're digging and doing other things and collecting things, if you have a big stack of them that you want to do, yeah, we'll just place them and then run away, right? So this is pretty much just making a few of them. Check it here in a second. And this is going to be pretty much what it does for almost all of the workbenches. It's a very simple method for doing production and things like that, which is something we've never had before. It's going to really change up the game on how I would like to play it, because it definitely gives you a lot early of a starting experience that we've never had before in the game, which is really cool. So now we're going to go ahead and make the next one, right? We're going to make some of these, which then we are going to use them to make the blocks. We only need a few just to demonstrate. We're not going to make a whole bunch. We're not going to craft for hours here. I'm going to give you guys the gist of this. I know some of you guys might be like getting this and be like, I don't have any clue what to do. Right, so that's what we're doing with the showcases, kind of like show everybody some of this stuff may come very easy to you, but other people may have a difficult time. So I just want to make sure we show everything and give everybody on the right step to moving forward with all the new patch stuff. So here we're crafting the blocks. I also have the tutorial video coming out for that as well too. You'll find that in the pretty much in the comment section description thing down there and up in the upper cards. So we did a tutorial walkthrough. So all right, so now you can build the blocks with it. Really easy, good to go. Close the door, get out of the wood shop, and we're gonna go over to the next piece of machinery, which is really cool. It's the oil derrick out here. Then we'll go to teach you how to make cement. All right, so the oil derrick is pretty cool because what it does two different things. It does oil and it does water. So first you're gonna need barrels, right? You're gonna need some type of material. See, it says empty barrels. We don't have any empty barrels. Where do you get them? We can't craft them, but we can buy them. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to buy some barrels. And I wish we could make them, but it's kind of like a prereq. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into materials. You're going to scroll down until you find the empty barrel. Then just go and buy yourself a bunch of these. They're not very expensive. 99 stack is like $1,200. Pretty easy, right? Okay, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to make sure you drag these things into your inventory. Since we're actually not even in the menu itself, so what we're going to do is we're going to escape out of that, and then we're going to actually make sure we're highlighted onto the oil derrick itself. Right. Also, too, make sure you don't have the hammer in your hand. You'll just delete something. So we're going to drag this into the inventory for the oil derrick. Now you can see these lit up, and we can make water. Water is going to be one of the things you're going to need to make cement. So make sure you start producing a bunch of water. And oil, I don't know if we can make the oil yet into fuel, so there's quite a few things to this patch that are to be going over. So now we produce water. We're going to produce a lot more of that, so you can also just produce oil as well. And then, but we need water is what we need right now. So we're definitely gonna be needing to produce thousands and thousands of water. So this thing's we're gonna need barrels upon barrels upon barrels, and to get that moving. So yeah, it's a pretty cool feature. I'm sure a lot of these things are not fully developed yet, guys. Keep that in mind. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make all these and then come back to you guys and show you guys how to make cement with the cement mixer. All right. So now it takes a little while, as you guys saw. It was like 10 minutes to make a bunch of water. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this water and we're gonna go over to the cement mixer. Make sure you pull it out of your inventory because you're gonna need it to put it into the cement mixer's inventory. And that's over here. We're gonna go back to our trusty showcase workshop here. And we are going over to the cement mixer now that we have water. Now, one thing is that we do not have a way to actually buy cement, but we have the way to, make cement. We have a way to make water. As you can see, it needs cement. There's no way to actually make the cement portion of this yet. I was talking to Christian about it, and you might be coming up with some ways to make cement out of some of the current things that we have in the game. But for right now, you have to buy it. So you're going to need to go into the store and purchase a lot of cement. And that way you have that material to place in there with water to start producing and making your big blocks. Because not a lot of people are going to be wanting to run around and log all the time, right? So now you can make all your pieces. It says how much it requires. 1 water, 3 cement, 3 water, 3 and 9 cement. So you can see how much you need. place it in there, drag the block down. Obviously, we're not going to be able to make that much, but you get the gist of it, right? So you take the water. All these things are going to be able to link together here soon and have no problems. It's going to be a little rough right off the bat, guys. Just give us some time. Okay, creating these blocks here. We're just doing a small little demonstration of every piece here so you guys understand how they work and what ingredients you need, which ones you can find, and which ones you have to mine. Right, so cement is the one you're gonna need. We can't produce it right now at this moment. So yeah. So we're gonna go and place these in our inventory, just like the wood blocks. Then you can just place them wherever you want in the world. And you're good to go, and you can build them. So now we actually, man, this is gonna change a lot of things up. This could be fun. I have a lot of plans with this. Alright. Now we have the ore smelter. This thing is, well, pretty much exactly what you think it is. You just need to make sure that you have the resources like iron and coal. First, you put these two in your inventory. Any of those things you can smelt into bars. Here's the productions list for that. So you make sure you put them in your inventory. We're going to go to production and see now you can create iron bars. There's copper. There's all different things like that because there's a ton of things to make later on down the production chain. So first we're going to need to make iron bars, right? So that is a given. We're going to need a lot of iron bars to make steel. To make steel, you need iron and coal. So now there's a reason to use coal to make the steel and all that stuff. So this is a big one. You want to have coal nodes. You're going to want to have all these different types of production nodes unless you're just planning on just mining and buying. Depending on what strategy you're going to play with and what you really want to simulate. I plan on going down the super simulation route and really grinding these pieces out. I think that's going to be the most fun to get out of the game in this current build coming up. But you can make all these different materials, all these different bars. All right, now we have the steel roller. This is how you take your steel bars and you turn them into something more useful that you can use on, say, one of the CNC machines, which will be showing. They're pretty much the same thing. Drag your steel in here, and this will be able to make steel beams, plates, and rods. And then you can go ahead and select them out, drop them down into the production queue, and let them go. Like I said, this is going to change a lot of things. Now, once you guys probably see this, a lot of you guys are going to have a lot more ideas on what you can do, and it might spark you guys to want to come back in and play a little differently, right? Something, change it up a little bit. Maybe not do hardcore blast mining or this or that. Maybe take the game a little slower. Now that we can do the company feature, which we'll talk about here in a little bit after we get through the production stuff and the workbenches. But now you can see we have steel beams. Pretty common. We'll just go ahead and skip to the next section. We don't need to keep dwelling on these things too much. Just want to show each one. And here we have the table, the CNC table. And this is where you make a lot of your steel parts right here. Your roofs, your angles, your walls, all that stuff. Can't make that. This says we need more beams. But we can make floor tiles or roofs. And I really like the little animations they did for these. It kind of livens up the world a little bit. You'll have these things working in the background when you're out mining or you come into your shop, and it's, I don't know, it just brings a little life to the game. It's nice. And next we have the little mini wash plant. This is for sorting out pay dirt. And I don't even want to hear it from you guys. I know what you guys are going to want me to do. You're going to want me to mine pay dirt with a pickaxe for gold for hours and hours and hours on end until my soul dies on the inside. As soon as I saw this one on the list, I was like, damn it, I'm doomed. But yeah, this is what this one does. It produces gold out of pay dirt. And it's a nice little, yeah, like a little teeny sluice box. Get that done. Produces gold. And you guys are going to beat me up with this one. But that is the little mini sluice box. And how that works. It just does pay dirt and 2 gold. Alright, last but not least, we have the CNC mill. This is the big boy. This is the one that makes a lot of the stuff that we need. For different things, probably down the road. For like repairs, you can make batteries, cables, like gears, all kinds of stuff. So this is probably going to come in. You can see all these different parts. Well, what are we using for? I don't know. Maybe repairs? Who knows? I guess we'll find that out all later. But that is what all those parts are. Well, we're gonna make some batteries. We're gonna throw some pieces in here. Keep in mind you can buy all of these things too, guys. If you just don't care about the crafting of the workbenches and stuff like that, you can always buy these things from the store. The game is not forcing you to do any of this. It's just giving some of us more options to do stuff to kind of simulate and, you know, just do some things other than just mining constantly. So I think it's a very nice addition of the work tables to the game. I think that later on down the road, there's going to be way more in-depth, and we're going to be able to do tons more things with it, and it's going to tie into the game a lot better. But right now it's very basic, a very basic addition to the game. Yes, there is some holes in it, and please report any of them that you find, so then that way they can be fixed later. But that's all about the workbenches, guys. All right, now here we have a great one. This is one that a lot of people have been wanting insanely. The companies. To be able to save your progress from map to map. Instead of having to level every time a new map comes out and you want to go experience the new map, but you don't want to have to level again. You've already done that. But in here we have the company logos, and I do have a tutorial for that. That'll be in the description below. And it'll show you how to pretty much change your company logo and the icon. It is for Photoshop, but you can use any method you want to make a PNG image. So go ahead and check out that if you're having any issues changing your company logo. You can change your name, all this stuff. Mine carried over because I went to my previous save and then hit save on my company. But that's how you go about carrying over your company from the last build. And we also have another massive anticipated or requested thing in the game. We now have quests again. So there's all kinds of little quests like selling X amount of this or selling X amount of that or building this, chopping this down. There's so many little things to do to gain XP now in the game. Some of these things might need to be balanced a little bit, but you know, it's nice to see the system put into place. Like we've said with everything with this game, things get put in, then they need to be balanced. That's why your guys' feedback is so important, and making sure that this thing's done. So we got to sell a lot of stuff here. There's so many different things. Like, let's see, Firewatch, building a tower. That thing uses a lot of wood. There's some mighty quests in here that are going to be kind of crazy to complete without buying anything from the store. That's going to be kind of my goal for this next save, is doing some of these missions without buying things from the store. So let me know how you guys are going to be playing. This is some cool stuff. I like this. Leave a comment if you guys agree. If you guys like what your favorite thing was so far. And last but not least, we have the new map. This one is called Mine Town. We're just going to create a new one real quick. Give you guys, this is the same one that's on the tutorial and the preview flyover shots and stuff like that. Just going to get a log in here real quick, show you guys what this thing looks like. This is going to be the map I'm going to be starting on here. Starting over with all the new features and stuff like that. You can see it has the nice little teeny pit. If I stop spamming buttons up here. Yeah, so it's a nice little pit. It's a nice little starting pit. It's kind of cool. It's nice for the tutorial for the new players, and there's quite a few resources around here. Also, it's got a little town over here already set up for you. You can also just demolish these things if you want to, but this map is massive. It seems like there's a lot of really cool features, some really big nodes. Just at a quick glance, a little dark areas on the map. But that will conclude the video showcase for the new Out of War update. Thank you guys very, very, very much for clicking on this video and coming in and watching to the very end. If you watched to the very end, leave a comment. Hit that like button if you haven't. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and help out the channel. It's free, doesn't cost anything. And make sure you guys come on into the live streams and say hello. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, dudes.